Welcome to part 2 of our journey inside the amazing world of cells. Today, we'll explore how different cell structures work to protect and provide the cell with energy. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, I'm Jordan Spivey, joined with my dad,
Travis Spivey, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our awesome science videos. Also, scan the QR code in the top left corner of the screen to contact us and explore more of our awesome content and material.
In today's video, we will explore how cell structures work to protect and provide the cell with energy.
So let's do this. Our learning target for today is, I will be able to describe and explain how cell structures work to protect and provide the cell with energy.
In the last video, we reviewed number 1, how organelles work together to build proteins, and number 2, how organelles store, clean up, and support the cell to help it grow and function properly. In today's video, we will cover number 3, organelles that convert, make, and release energy, and number 4, organelles that protect the cell. Let's begin with number 3, organelles that convert, make, and release energy.
Did you know that inside every cell there are tiny power plants? Today, we're going to learn all about these amazing organelles that help cells make and use energy. First up, let's meet the mitochondria. These are like the cell's powerhouses. They take in nutrients like sugars and oxygen that we breathe in and turn them into carbon dioxide and water vapor that we breathe out, but most importantly, ATP energy that we use to power the many functions of the cell. We call this process of the mitochondria taking in glucose and oxygen and producing ATP energy, carbon dioxide, and water, cellular respiration. Imagine mitochondria as tiny batteries that keep the cell running smoothly. Mitochondria are super important because they help power everything the cell needs to do, like moving and growing. Next, let's visit the chloroplasts. These special organelles are found in plant cells, and they're like tiny solar panels. They use sunlight to make food for the plant in a process called photosynthesis. Chloroplasts turn sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water into glucose sugar energy and oxygen that the plant can use to grow big and strong. The oxygen plants produce is what most organisms need to breathe in to survive. Interesting fact, the products from photosynthesis are what is needed to start cellular respiration in the mitochondria, and the products from cellular respiration are what is needed to start photosynthesis in the chloroplasts. Basically, it's a cycling of energy from the chloroplast to the mitochondria and from the mitochondria to the chloroplast. They depend on each other. Quick checks for understanding. Number 1, how does the mitochondria provide energy to the cell? Number 2, how do chloroplasts provide energy to plant cells? Number 3, what would happen to the cell if they were both malfunctioning? Pause the video and take 3 minutes to answer. You got this, genius. Now let's move on to number 4, organelles that protect the cell.
Now, let's meet the organelles that are like tiny superheroes, protecting your cell from all kinds of trouble. Ready to see them in action? Let's go. First up, we have the cell membrane, also known as the cell's protective shield. Think of it as a strong, flexible wall that keeps the bad stuff out and lets the good stuff in. It's like a security guard for the cell. Next, we have the lysosomes. These are like tiny cleaning robots inside of the cell. They break down and get rid of any waste or junk that doesn't belong. They keep the cell clean and tidy. Next, we have the cell wall. Imagine the cell wall as a super cool shield around the outside of a plant cell. It's like the cell's very own suit of armor. The cell wall has some important jobs. First, it helps the plant stay strong and upright. Just like a building needs walls to stay upright, plants need their cell walls to hold them up and keep their shape. Without the cell walls, plants will flop over and lose their shape. So, the cell wall is like a superhero that helps plants stay tall and proud. The cell wall also acts like a gatekeeper. It controls what can enter and leave the cell. It's really good at letting in important stuff like water and nutrients while keeping out things that can be harmful. But that's not all. The cell wall also protects the plant from outside threats like bugs or bad weather. It's like having a sturdy shield that keeps the cell safe. And guess what? The cell wall is made of something called cellulose. Think of it like the bricks in a wall, but for plant cells. So remember, the cell wall is like a strong, protective suit of armor for plant cells. It keeps them upright, controls what's going in and out, and protects them from harm. How cool is that? Quick checks for understanding. Number 1, how does the cell membrane help the cell function properly? Number 2, how do lysosomes help the cell function properly? Number 3, how does the cell wall help plant cells function properly?
In summary, mitochondria take in glucose sugars and oxygen to make ATP energy to power cellular functions during the process of cellular respiration. Chloroplasts take in sunlight energy, carbon dioxide, and water to produce glucose sugar for themselves and oxygen. Both of these organelles are important for powering all of the cellular functions in animal and plant cells. The cell membrane, lysosomes, and cell wall protect the cell by keeping it clean, help it stand up tall, and allow the good stuff to come in and keep the bad stuff out. All of these organelles play a key role on Team Cell to keep the cell healthy, happy, and winning.
And that's our video for today. Now it's your knowledge to see how proficient you are with describing and explaining how cell structures work to protect and provide the cells energy by taking our video quiz.
Use your electronic device to scan the QR code at the top right of the screen, or you can click the link in the description box below the video to take the quiz.
Remember, 80% or higher for proficiency. Record your results on a proficiency sheet, and if you don't get it the first time,
you better keep going because it's not over until you win. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, click that bell icon, and also scan the QR code to contact us and explore more about awesome content and material. Peace and have a positive, productive day.
You know it's a trap, right?
Yeah, I don't much care.
Good.